The Hobart City Council are in the process of re-establishing an electric double-decker tram service right here in the city of Hobart. This beautiful city nestling in the foothills of Mount Wellington and on the shore of the Derwent River, which encompasses the beautiful and historic Sullivan's Cove area. Hobart, capital city of the state of Tasmania with a population of 160,000, each year hosts over 400,000 national and international tourists coming to see the old, the charming, clean and green attractions for which Tasmania is so famous. Hobart, the city that each year hosts the finish of the world-famous Sydney to Hobart Classic Yacht Race. As a background to this innovative idea, let's just take you back in time for a moment to when trams such as this one were amongst the only forms of transport available in the city of Hobart. Double-decker trams were once a part of life in Hobart. These magical machines, as they were described, were a way of life for over 70 years, commencing official service in 1893. At the time of their introduction, it is noted that there was severe public opposition and government disapproval. Nevertheless, the tram service went ahead, with 24 cars servicing a route of over 9 miles. And the first electric tram service in Tasmania and the Southern Hemisphere was born. For the first 10 years, the service struggled on through the Depression era, and in 1910, the company paid its first dividend. In 1913, the Hobart City Council purchased the parent company, the Hobart Electric Tramway Company, and introduced big improvements in its services, with the routes being increased 50%. All the time the trams were running, the council were proud to say that the trams were not subsidised from general revenue. In 1916, the North Hobart line was opened and there were 33 cars in service. Trams now ran every 15 minutes and drivers and conductors were paid the grand sum of 5 shillings and 9pence per day. They may have frightened the horses, but the public loved their trams. And that brings us up to date with the wonderful history of trams in Hobart. Now, let's bring you up to date with the reintroduction of tourist trams in this current era elsewhere. For example, the city of Bendigo in Victoria run a tourist talking tram with taped commentary which covers an 8-kilometre round trip. In 1992-93, the tram's income from admissions was over $600,000. In the New Zealand city of Christchurch, electric trams were reintroduced in 1995 by the Christchurch Tramway Limited in conjunction with the Christchurch City Council. Run over a 2.5-kilometre route, the tramway is undoubtedly the city's most innovative and exciting attraction, and unique in New Zealand. Now, in Hobart, old number 46 was taken out of mothballs and put on display in the Elizabeth Street Mall, to the delight and a wonderful reception from Hobart citizens. I'd like to introduce to you now the person responsible for instigating the process to re-establish trams into Hobart, Alderman Darlene Haig of the Hobart City Council.
Hi, Alistair.
Well, Alderman Haig, congratulations on your initiative. Tell me, what sort of trams will we be getting?
Well, thank you, Alistair. Let me take you on a tour of old number 46, which unfortunately is unavailable for our use. The next best thing is an authentic copy of this tram. You'll have to make a concession to modern-day comforts and provide some weather protection on the top deck, possibly something like clear perspex. It will run on the 3'6" gauge, which is unique to Tasmania, and the chassis and running gear will be obtained from Hong Kong. The coachwork and the interior will be completed in Tasmania using our own beautiful timbers. The tram was capable of seating 48 people, and in good weather, most people went to the top deck. But there was an unwritten rule that in the bad weather, the gentlemen had to give way to the ladies and sit on the top deck. Alistair, look at the Tassie oak in the seats and the blackwood in the doors and on top of the windows. We hope the tram project will be used as job skills work, both for the tracks and the tram itself, which will be a great benefit for the unemployed in the community.
The proposed route of this exciting tourist project in Hobart could provide up to 7 kilometres of an environmentally friendly mode of transport throughout the historic inner city, waterfront and North Hobart Village Centre, home of the ethnic, culinary and arts community. This service will allow tourists the opportunity to see many of Hobart's historic landmarks and popular attractions, such as the famous Salamanca Place, St David's Cathedral, Constitution Dock, Sullivan's Cove, cultural attractions, markets, shopping complexes, hotels and restaurants that make Hobart such a special city. A convenient and affordable way to travel around the city, travellers will be able to step on and off as many times as they wish. They'll be able to start their ride anywhere along the way at any of the 10 beautifully designed tram stops, knowing there will be another tram along in 30 minutes or so. A $5 ticket will allow visitors to make a full day of travelling and exploring. We would like to invite expressions of interest to join with the Hobart City Council in a business arrangement, sponsorship, or simply an investment in the planning, design, construction, implementation and management of this exciting new tourism project. Areas of options that could be considered include financial contributions, contributions of materials and or resources to provide products such as steel tracks, electrical wiring and equipment, timber, tram shelter construction, glass and so on. It is envisaged that areas of benefit for your contribution would include naming rights, sponsor signage and identification exterior and interior trams, including tram stops, all tourism brochure identification, inclusion in all press release material and any other relevant identification areas for a 20-year period. Plus, it is anticipated that a dividend could be paid to investors, sponsors on a pro rata basis of total investment. The estimated total cost in setting the Hobart Electric Tram service up and running is projected to be, through an economic feasibility study, $3.2 million. If your company would like further information, this comprehensive consultants report is now available by contacting Alderman Darlene Haig, Hobart City Council, Post Office Box 503E, Hobart 7001, or you can telephone 002 3827 11.